Today we're going to talk about how to be a successful general contractor. So the word successful means a lot of things. Does it mean making money? Does it mean finishing on time? Does it mean getting a lot of work? Keep your customers happy? There's lots of ways to value, judge, rate your service and your successfulness being a contractor, especially a general contractor. So general contractors, as you know, generally manage the overall project. And there's civil contractors manage the prime contract for the whole site, for example. So there's different takes on general contractors. But first of all, consider where you are. If you want to move to the next level, if you want to get to a higher level, what do I have to do? Well, first of all, I got to figure out what I need to work on and improve. So step one, you've got to sit down and figure out what I need to work on. And that's where me as a business coach, guys call me, that's one of the first things we got to focus on. We got to put out the fires and fix the things that are causing profit loss. So it might be talent, it might be systems, it might be strategy, it might be customers, it might be marketing and sales, it might be production out in the field, whatever it is, that's where I got to start. And then number two, the second most important, I have to have a team. I can't get bigger and better unless I have a team. So I got to look at my hiring opportunities and what do I need to work on? Who do I need to replace? Who do I need to enhance, train? Maybe I need to bring in some new people that will help me get to that next level. So build talent so I can achieve my vision and goals. And the third thing, I need to have these systems in place. So I've got to have systems. Without systems, I'm just a mess. I'm like a whirlwind of chaos. And number four, I got to have a plan to make it happen. So those are some just basics to get rolling on here. So how to manage and how to be a successful general contractor. So let's talk about running projects for our short time today. So the first thing is I have a 10 commandments of project success, which I'm going to offer you as a gift for visiting us today. First of all, it always starts with your estimate. It's got to be accurate. Now maybe you've heard me say that before, but if it's not accurate, what's the point? And it's got to have no missed items. And you've got to have good coverage. When I say coverage, you've got to have a lot of subcontractors and supplier bids that are complete and professional and don't have holes in their bids. So I got to make sure that my bids are complete. And so when I finish the job, I got money to do everything. So that's a process. That takes some work. So what are you doing about making sure your bids are accurate? I've got contractors that call me and say, you know, I go to their office, they call me in for a 2-day session, a planning and a coaching session. And I go, what's your markup? How much are you trying to make? Well, we bid this job to make 30%, but our concrete came in over. Well, why did it go in over? Well, you know, the estimator missed stuff and we didn't figure enough time and he forgot some things. Well, that's not acceptable. Yeah, but we still made, it's not acceptable. You lost money. And so you went backwards. Second thing, you got to make a commitment to build per the executed contract. Your contract is your document, your Bible. You got to follow it. What does it say? What does it say about notice? You can't get paid unless for extra work without notice and without a pre-approval. You can't bill without a pre-approval. What else does your contract say? You will perform and finish the job by a certain date. You have to bill per the contract with the proper lien releases and documentation. You can't just wing it. Just because the last client of yours let you wing it doesn't mean you can. What does your contract say about full-time supervision, about project schedule management, about communication, deadlines, approvals, milestones, all those kinds of things? The third thing I got to do is commit to finish my projects on time and on budget. I have to have a plan. When we start a job, we sit down as a team in a pre-construction handoff turnover meeting where we turn it over from estimating to field and project management. And we sit down, we come up with a schedule, and we make a goal to achieve the schedule. What's it going to take to finish per the schedule? It's 6 months, it's 3 months, it's 12 months, whatever it is. What's it going to take? And we map out a plan to achieve our goal. And then we commit to do it, and every week we review it, and we update it, and we stay on task. Number four, we've got to put professional supervision on every project. Not a bunch of small jobs in the same town. You might be able to have one guy run 2 or 3 jobs at a time, or female, of course. And the question is, are they pros? Can they run the job without you constantly going out there and telling them what they have to do? Reminding them. I don't want you to be the CRO, Chief Reminder Officer. I want you to have pros that you manage, not tell. So that's the key. You've got to have good people. You pay another 25 grand a year for somebody, you're going to get a pro. But if you're too cheap to do that, that means you're the manager. They're basically doing what you tell them to do. I don't want a bunch of trainees running around behind me like a new puppy dog. I want to have a team that gets things done, right? So I got to have professional supervision and foremen who do a regular daily job report, who do a job walk, who update their schedule, who do a look-ahead schedule every week. And that's what it takes. It takes a diligence and a professionalism and a clear understanding of what's expected in their job description. So then I have to look at the contract and documentation and contract management. What do I need to do? I need to make sure we have a weekly job meeting with the customer. We have a job startup meeting. We review the rules with the customer before we start. How do we get a change order approved? How do we get paid? All those kinds of things. We have a pre-meeting. How many man days we have in our crew for the job? How many move-ins we have? All those kinds of things. And then we're going to visit the job every week to review where we are on every part of the job. We're going to monitor current activities versus projected activities versus achieving the end results. Next, we need to make sure we aggressively manage change orders proactively. A lot of big words there, right? Change order management, that's key. If you're asked to do extra work, you know you have to get it pre-approved in writing. You can't just go forward and hope your personality will allow you to negotiate with a good customer. No, it's managed per the contract. All contracts say no money will be paid unless it was pre-approved. You can't just go out and do a bunch of extra work and bill them 3 months later. In my subcontract, in my contract, it's not allowed. You either get it in writing or it never happened. So what are we going to do about change order management? And then we got delays. What caused that delay? I got to document it. So I've got to take daily photos, daily reports from my supervisors, and make sure we're staying on track. Safety, what are you doing about safety? A lot of smaller general contractors and subcontractors really don't have a safety program. You talk about it once a month in the office, and you do a safety meeting. Hey, be safe, go team. But are you really walking the job? Are you inspecting it for safety? Do you have a safety inspector that you hire, a safety consultant who comes out once every couple weeks or months to all your jobs and does a walkthrough and gives you good, bad, and the ugly? What are you doing about safety? And while you're doing it, you might as well do punch lists at the same time. As a general, I've got to make a proactive commitment to only hire professional subcontractors and suppliers. I want subcontractors and suppliers who can man the job. And the smaller guys that I'm used to working all the time, that I like the owner and I trust them, doesn't have 20 guys or 10 guys when I need them. They've only got 8 guys and we've got a big job, they can't man it, so they screw me. They slow me down. They make me take longer. Some of my jobs, my general conditions is 20, 30 grand a month. I can't let my subcontractor, because he's only got 3 guys, slow me down. So I got to hire pros. I got to have subcontractors and suppliers who document, who get their submittals and shop drawings in, who do their as-builts, who come to the weekly job subcontractor meetings every week. They come by the job before they send the crew to walk the job with the field supervisor to make sure it's ready and we got everything covered. They're pros. They understand the contract. And lastly, we have our meeting schedule. We have mandatory meetings. We have a regular all-field superintendent meeting. We have a regular all-crew meeting. We have a regular foreman meeting. We have a regular project manager meeting. And whether you know it or not, or realize it or not, if you don't have a VP of construction or construction oversight supervisor, operations manager, you're the operations manager as the owner, and your job is to meet with your direct reports, your project manager, every week and go through the list. Do they do their shop drawings? Are they on time? Are they on budget? Are they on cost? Are they documenting? Are they doing what they need to do to bring this project in successfully? Okay, so a lot of things that we've discussed. All those things are important. I know it's a lot of detail, a lot of work. It's really hard to be a good contractor. Like I said, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. All right, well, thank you for being here today. As a thank you, we have a special downloadable workbook to pass you, visit contractorbestinclass.com and you will get the 10 commandments of construction project success and steps to success to build a great construction business. Thank you for being here.